Alright, today we're going to be working on a 2006, it's a Cadillac, it's an STS with a 3.6 liter engine. We're basically going to be changing the oil in the filter, a fairly easy job. If you just watch what you're doing, you shouldn't have any complications. Let me show you underneath the bottom where we're going to drain it out, and then I'll show you where how we're going to get to the filter, which in this case is up on top of the car to get to it because it's a canister type filter. So let me just show you underneath the car where the oil drain plug is located. This is the bottom of the car now. This is the oil pan, and this is the drain plug. So we're just going to break this loose, and then we're going to let it drain out. So let me grab some tools, and we'll come right back. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn that light so you can see a little bit. And what you do is just take that drain plug out, and we're going to let the oil drain out. Remember, it's counterclockwise to take it off, clockwise to put it back on. This is a 13mm bolt here. You bring your bucket up, and you let all the oil drain out. Alright, so we're going to let it drain out now, and once it finishes draining out, then we're going to lower the car back down, and we're going to change the filter. So let's let that drain out a bit, and then we'll come right back. Okay, once the oil finishes draining out, then you can put your oil drain plug in and tighten it up. Now remember, you're putting the plug into an aluminum pan. You don't want to take a chance on stripping the pan out, so be careful. Alright, nice and tight. And then dry off the oil that's on the bottom there. And now we're going to lower it down, and we're going to remove the filter. This has a cartridge filter, so we're going to go up to the top, and I'll show you where that cartridge filter is located. Let's lower the car down. Okay, now that you have the car down on the ground, this is where the oil filter itself is located. It's the canister type filter, so we need to take this out here. So there's a special tool needed to actually remove that. It's a socket that's actually made just for that. It's a what size is this here? It's a 24mm, I believe. Yeah, it's a 24mm. Basically, all you do is you just put it on here, and you loosen it up like that. Another thing you're going to need is when you do get the filter housing off is we're going to need to change the O-ring. So you're going to need like a scribe or a small screwdriver to do that. So let me just take that filter out, and I'll show you how it goes. Break it loose, and we're going to take it out. When you take it out, the filter should come out with it. It's going to be dripping oil, so make sure you have a rag. Get rid of this, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, I just pulled the filter out of it. This filter actually pushes in just like this here, but I just want to get rid of the other one because it was leaking oil all over the place. All right, and what you're going to do is you take your new O-ring that you're going to use, and you remove the other O-ring. You just hook it with the scribe, and you can take it right off. And to put the new one on, you just hold it on there like that. And with a screwdriver or whatever other instrument you have to put it on with, but make sure you put it back into the groove where it previously came out of. The oil filter itself, it doesn't matter which way you put it in, both sides are the same. And you put it in, and you snap it into the housing like that, and a little bit of oil on the gasket, and then you replace it right back into the spot that you just previously took it out. Screw it down by hand. You don't want to cross-thread it. So once you have it screwed in by hand, a couple of threads, then you can tighten it down until it's tight. And that's it. That's basically all you need to do. So let's let's get that oil into the car. In this particular case, it calls for a Mobil 1 synthetic oil, and that's what the customer wanted, so they want the Mobil 1 oil, so that's what we're going to be putting in. And this tells you the weight of the oil. It's a 5W30, which is just what we're going to use. Let me grab that oil, and we're going to put it in. Okay. When you pour this oil in, you want to be a little bit careful, because sometimes it doesn't go down quite as quickly as you would think. This does call for 6 quarts of oil, so we're going to pour it in nice and slow, and then we're going to check the oil level to make sure that it's full. Let me just pour it in, and pour it in slowly so it doesn't come gurgling up. And I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to put the other 5 quarts in, and then we'll come right back. If you're not sure how many quarts it takes, you can put in 5 quarts and then just put the filter, the oil cap back on. You start it, let it run for a minute, and then you can check the oil level and add as needed. All right, let me get the other 5 quarts in there, and we'll come right back. Okay, now that we got the 6 quarts of oil in there, we're going to take the funnel off, and we're going to go back over, and we're going to start the vehicle up. Now we're just going to let it run for just a couple of seconds just to get the oil circulating. Make sure your cap is back on, and we're going to start it. Now that we have it started. Okay, after you let it run, then you just shut it off and let it sit for a minute. Let the oil run down back into the oil pan, and then check the oil level to make sure it's up to the full mark where it's supposed to be. Make sure the oil stick goes all the way down as far as you can go. And then you pull it out, and we're going to check it. And it's exactly to the full mark where it belongs. So that's it, we're all set. All right, last thing you're going to do, just to confirm that everything is good and there's not a problem, is you're going to come down where the oil filter is located down here, right here, and just make sure that it's all dry, that there's no leaks around the gasket, which in this case is nice and dry. The oil cap is on. And that's it, we're all set. All right, take your time, watch what you're doing, make sure that that O-ring is replaced on there. Don't leave the old O-ring on, you're going to have a problem. And last thing you're going to do is look under the car, make sure it's nice and dry and there's no leaks under the car. And that's it, you're all set. All right, thanks for watching. Any comments, any questions, just drop me a line. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.